Hey, what is up, you guys? Rack here, and today I wanted to make a video talking about how you're playing Victor wrong in Paladins. And this mode is this video is pretty much gonna include like modes like Siege, more team-based instead of like TDM. I know the last Victor solo carry video, which is at 10K, by the way. Thank you guys for that so much, means a whole lot. But this is more based in Siege. So Victor himself is not a super nuanced character. You know, he just has an assault rifle, he has a grenade, and he can run and he can aim down sights. You know, pretty typical standard stuff. He is a high skill character a little bit. I wouldn't say a whole lot, but it's like once you kind of start getting the ins and outs of the character, it does take a little bit of skill. I won't say like straight up high skill, but it takes some like game awareness. So like you're used to playing games like Apex or Call of Duty, you know, these games, like they translate well over to Victor, and Victor's a really good character if you played those games. Like if you don't know some of the mechanics in those games, how they carry over some things, like just, you know, like just little tactics that you learn from that game, Victor isn't going to be that great for you. But if you do, Victor is a whole lot of fun. So starting off right now, Victor is in the damage category, but Victor almost in my eyes is borderline like a damage flank. Like he can also flank. Like he has a good escape option, which is cardio with him running away. While it's not as fast or as good as other flanks, like it's still a viable option whenever you see yourself in a bad situation. His grenade is really good. 750 damage. Like, you know, this is just typically just rerunning over stuff that we already discussed in the solo carry Victor video. And I just want to say the gameplay that you guys are going to see in the back, it's not the best to showcase what Victor can do because my team wasn't that great. This entire day I've been trying to record like good gameplay footage, and like I've been getting shafted by my teammates. Pretty much it's just been like either I get like two people leave, or they're playing stupid, or we have like a terrible comp. They're just not like that. That's gonna be a whole separate video. I'm probably gonna address some things like that because I do think Paladins needs to fix some things with like matchmaking and teammates. But other than that, let's just move right along. But yeah, Victor, he can do like pretty much everything. If you need Victor to 1v1 people, he can. If you need him to take care of a tank, he can. If you need him like to get to the enemy backline and just harass back there, he can. If you need him to run around and like be annoyance, he can do that. He's a good all-around character. So why I say you're playing Victor wrong is because normally whenever I see people play with Victor, they're mostly staying in like with their team in the backline, like they won't move. But the whole thing is with Victor, what he can do is that he can move from place to place and he can get very aggressive. So what he needs to do is like you can pretty much, so let's say a map like Frozen Guard, maybe where there's that middle area and then you have like two lanes, you can split off into one of those lanes because maybe the enemy team isn't there, and you can go around and push, and you can get yourself like a little head glitch area. And when I say head glitch is pretty much to where like the enemy can't see majority of your body except for your head, but you can see them clearly. That's what a head glitch is. And you can pretty much just straight up outright assault them, and you can like minimize the damage they're gonna do to you, all while also having lifesteal. Because like I said, this video that I'm making right now pretty much piggybacks off the solo carry Victor build, which works really nicely for Victor. I think it's one of his best builds. I don't too much see any other builds like being made for Victor that are like completely viable, like in a 1v1 scenario, or like kind of like fragging out the enemy team. It works really well. But other than that, like it's just, you don't be scared with Victor, right? Like you would see a big team and like you would think, be like, oh man, Victor can't just go in and brawl with that. He kind of can. You're not going to kill the whole squad every time, but you can very easily run away with 2 kills. Like you can kill a healer, or you can kill somebody that's like really squished, and you can just really get away with it, and you'll do it well. And so like Victor just gets away with a lot of things. After that, his ult's pretty good, super good. Utilize that more often. Like even if they're like not bunched up, that's a quick 1-person wipe, because I think 1 missile does like 1,400 damage, and you can do what you need to do. And so it just straight up just slaps people. Like this, Victor is not a hard champ. So the next thing I wanted to move on to is that I made a tier list according to like how hard people are to deal with. Like as you can tell, like mostly in the easy 1v1 category, it's not incredibly hard champs to deal with. Like they're mostly like, if you can like kind of not get the drop on them per se, but like if you can shoot first, more than likely you'll win the matchup. So like you got Ash in there, you got Barrick, Grover, Ying, and like most of those champs in the easy 1v1 category, they can do some like really big burst damage, but not enough to where it can outright just alienate Viktor. I mean, the only one I would say like I would probably three I would reconsider probably is maybe Betty LaBamba and I think that's about Dredge. Pretty much Betty LaBamba and Dredge because they got like super high DPS. Other than that, I don't really think of anyone else. And then in the next category, you got like skill / knowledge base. That's like people like Andro, Buck, Cassie, you know, people that are be like, you kind of have to be conscious of their kit and you can't just like straight up alienate what they do in comparison to like you just try to do your damage. Like you kind of got to be more mindful and aware of things. In the next category is the be careful category. These champs will like really burst you out of nowhere, and there's like not a whole lot of counterplay, but there is some. But it just chalks up to like also skill based again, and you having to be very careful. So like one of them would be Kinessa. Truly, you can contest and challenge Kinessa, but you might not get away with it. Like if she's good and she hits all her shots, all it takes is 2 headshots from her and you're dead. So like to counter Kinessa, all you have to do is really just like strafe a lot and try to mix up your strafing. And if you burst her, she can't really kill you because she has to like be precise rather than you just kind of getting the burst, and then you can easily like throw a grenade in the middle of that, mix it up, and that's a quick 750 damage. You can get back to bursting. The reason Satsi's also in this tier because she has invisibility and she can also like kick you away. So that's another thing. In the next tier, I got Purchase, and that's just straight up Torvald and Vivian. You can lose those early game because you don't have record. So some of these are dependent on record, specifically these two, because these two are the most like, those are the ones that are the most like dependent on it, and so where you'll need it in order to get the kill on them. Strix is in the mix them up tier because simply he really can just, if he just gets that first headshot, you almost might be better off to run away because he's just gonna go invisible, get the second headshot, and you're dead, and you're already back in spawn. You got to rethink how to approach. Like he's a hard reset character. Like for Viktor, like he can either be really strong against Viktor, or you can like, he's not paying attention, you can sneak up on him and just burst him down with Viktor and just get illuminate. So like he's like in between mix them up and Purchase for me. So it's like it's a toss up. But the next tier is the stay with the team tier. These characters are not people you want to fight on your own. It's possible, but two things are gonna happen. Either the person is really bad, or you're just getting the jump on them and they're low health. Otherwise, it's very hard to clutch out the kill against these characters. Like Evie's just gonna break your aim when she starts flying in the air. Maeve can be very sporadic with her movement, like it can be big sudden moves. Sky pretty much can just go invisible and have like stupidly fast movement speed. Term can just straight up eat your shots to where making it to where it doesn't matter. Then he can just close the distance on you with the Shatterfall and stun you. Zen, he can pretty much just counter you. Like Zen is like super situational. If he has counter up, he can easily do that. Or if it's a good Zen, he can billow. Like, you know, he can basically get away from you. Vatu, same thing as like Evie and Maeve, like very sporadic movement. And if he gets close, he can do even more damage. So like you kind of just want to mind the distance. So like that tier of people is like, yeah, typically stay with a team or stay with someone that can help you burst them down. Cause like you can get some damage off, but you're not going to get like finish them off damage. Like you're going to need a little bit of extra help. And then for the last tier is just Viktor. Obviously in a mirror Viktor match, the better Viktor wins. Like if you have better aim or if you have better positioning or you can outplay them, that's just typically how it's going to go. You're just going to basically be better, right? That's all that's going to happen. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say in this video of how you're playing Viktor wrong and how you can improve your game. The footage in the background pretty much kind of shows you how to play it. Like I said, the team that I was on wasn't that good. They were kind of like pushing really weird, and there were sometimes I overextended and I thought they would be there, like seeing that I'm there, but they didn't have that kind of awareness, seeing like what I'm doing, like kind of paying attention. I feel like they kind of tunnel vision a whole lot, but it is what it is. I'll probably like start uploading more like Siege gameplay of Viktor to kind of show you guys more often like how you're supposed to do things and how things go. And pretty much I might just start like uploading just random Siege gameplays, which is perfectly fine. But that's all I got for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm about to start uploading more often. Like I'm not gonna say daily uploads, but like maybe once every 2 days, and we're gonna see how that goes. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Well, now. Hello there. Careful.
Not yet.
Get out of the way! Save me! Oh, yes. Not even close.
Much better.
Chase the enemy! We are stronger together. Attack!
Woo! Killing spree!
Enemies on the left flank!
We can do this all day.
Enemies on the left flank!
Get on.
That was
Outflanked, huh? Good choice.
Retreat! Ultimate is down.
Ugh, ugh.
Well, now.
Ultimate
Hello
is
there.
ready.
My body may be dead.
30 seconds remaining.
Ugh, ugh.
Enemy killing spree.
Enemies on the right flank. Enemies on the right flank. Retreat! Retreat! Retreat!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, ancestors. I will not
Ultimate is
disappoint you. Ugh, ugh.
All right. Be careful.
Yes, yes, yes!
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
Nothing controls the
Ugh, ugh.
ocean.
Ugh, ugh. Ugh, ugh.
5,
Well, now.
4,
Ultimate
three,
is ready.
2, 1.
To the bush.
Enemies behind us. Enemies behind us.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I can tell you needed the help. After them! After them! Chase the enemy!
Ugh, ugh.
Chase the enemy! Oh, yes.
Do this.
We are stronger together.
Enemies on the left flank!
3.
Yeah, rock! Go
Ugh,
ahead.
ugh,
Go
ugh,
ahead.
ugh, ugh.